Welcome everyone to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene, where we serve the hottest tea. Join me and my baby stripper voice.
And me welcoming you all to eavesdrop onto our uncensored opinions. This platform is used to inform, laugh, and potentially inspire others to speak out about things we may all be thinking about but are too afraid to say out loud.
And don't forget, babes, if the shoe fits, wear it. All right, welcome back, guys, to Spilling the Tea with Estee.
And Marlene.
We have a little handicap Marlene.
Yes, that's how dedicated I am to this podcast. I am here on no sick time,
Yeah.
no PTO. I am here with you guys, but I'm a little handicapped right now, but it doesn't matter because Essie's gonna lead.
She's having a tea and I'm having a espresso martini.
Yeah, I think I have a little sinus infection or I had the flu. But either way, I'm here with you guys.
Bueno, mi amor. Let me record from here. Well, thank you for making it, even though this is your studio.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't have a choice.
You have no choice, because I would have been here recording with like what is it?
Another
Cutout.
person.
Yeah. So since I'm gonna lead, I feel like I wanted to tell you about my dream that I had.
Yeah, that you could not tell me like regular. I hate a person that tells me like, oh, I have something to tell you, but you have to wait for it.
It is, but I was like, you know what? This is pretty funny.
Okay.
That I have to tell you. Like, I want people to get your real reaction. So we went out to eat on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We had some bomb ass sushi.
Yes.
That we can't tell you where it is.
Because you're gatekeeping.
I'm gatekeeping the spot.
Okay.
I don't want nobody to find out. Because I don't want to see people there.
Understandable.
So we ate like a lot of food.
Yeah, we were great.
And I went home and I was pretty full. And then I go to sleep at like 9:30. So
I'll be at home.
at like 9:45 I was already like knocked out. So I think because I fell asleep so full, I had like the trippiest fucking dream. So my dream was that I was like in a boat, and I was trapped in a boat, like not a cruise, but like a big boat.
All right.
And that I had to go to like an escape room to
Okay.
escape a couple rooms. And like, I'm like not that smart. So it took me a while to like get through the rooms.
Okay.
And eventually I got to one room and it was like the control panel.
Okay.
And I couldn't figure out how to like get out of the control panel
Okay.
or like to leave the boat or like to do whatever. So then I found the door and I opened the door and there's a man in the other side. It was a prisoner. He was like sleeping. He was like chained to like a bed. And I was like, can you please help me? And he was like, yeah, I can help you, but like you have to get me out.
Yeah.
So I figured out how to like get him out of his chains from the bed. I freed him and I was like, you need to stir this boat or like we need to figure it out. And he was like, okay. So then I sat next to him as he's trying to figure out. And then I jerked him off. I don't know where in my dream that shit went left.
So wait, you freed him from his chains.
And then we were like this, like trying to figure out, and then like I don't know how, like I went like that.
And you started jerking him
and
off?
I felt it, and then I was like, oh, pero espérate. And then I gave the prisoner a hand job. And then I woke up, so I don't know if I finished, I don't know if we freed each other. I don't know if we like survived.
I would have came in my dream, and
But-
then I would have been wet.
But he had a happy ending. And we probably died in my dream.
No pun intended. Last episode we talked about happy endings.
But I was like, what the fuck was dream was that? I woke up like at 3 in the morning and I was like, what happened? But I feel like when you go to sleep like super, I don't know, when I eat a lot,
Yeah,
I be having the trippiest dreams.
it happens. But does that also say that you just need to have an orgasm?
I think it says that I need to go to like Rikers and like go get a date.
Not Rikers. No.
I think that's what it means.
Well, thank you for sharing that on camera.
Yeah, I'm very vulnerable.
Yeah, I see. Oh, I have to say, a lot of people have been saying a lot of feedback that they loved us being vulnerable. Somebody said that this is how we connect with other people, and they just really appreciate a very vulnerable us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any feedback on your end?
Yeah, a lot of people like their latest episodes about like what we talked about, like our fears. People talked about like the whole thing. Like, yeah, people like our vulnerability.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, don't get used to it, but yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have a lot of tea breaks today.
Okay. So another thing that we were talking about, and so it was my birthday, Sagittarius season.
Has arrived.
Yeah. Oh wait, talking about. I'll tell you something else that
Okay.
we wanted to talk about. But we were talking about my birthday that when people go out now, like they don't dance.
No.
They don't like
Están,
party.
están como un esqueleto.
They just like TikTok away.
Yeah.
So I went out all weekend for my birthday.
Yeah, you were like busy.
I went out with you and other people,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to this one like lounge that it was completely like
A
a
shit
dub.
show. Yeah. We were not happy.
We were not happy, but also people weren't even dancing.
I think we caught it at the wrong moment of like the shift between dinner and a restaurant into a lounge.
Hmm.
And because we were there, like we didn't have the best experience.
Hmm.
I mean, I'll say it because it is what it is.
I had been there before and I got a good experience. That's what let's go here.
Yeah. República in Brooklyn,
Hmm.
it was not. And you guys can tag, you guys can do whatever, but we did not have a great
And
experience.
don't go.
And don't go. Or don't go in that time frame.
Yeah.
Go like either dinner or go lounge.
Yeah.
Don't go in between.
So I went out the following day. We went to this bar called Bar Nena,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to be like Latin music, but still like craft cocktails. So it was really fun. The music was good. They were playing like salsa, bachata, like old school reggaeton. They put las quechu, all of that. So they put all of that. But me and my friends were really the only ones dancing.
That's kind of whack.
Like, so like we were dancing, we were like on the dance floor.
Where
we
people were looking at you guys.
Yeah, okay. It was just like us dancing, but also like the youth,
They
were
don't wanna
just
dance.
they were sitting down or they were standing around their table, drinking and like
On their phone.
TikToking away. But once they TikToked away, like they'll put their phone down. So
Sorry, guys.
I was like, this is like back in the day when we used to go to the club, like we used to walk in dancing, used to leave dancing. I was listening to Tink's podcast and she said the kids nowadays will never know what it's like to dance on a table with a heel. And I was like, well, first of all, they don't even wear heels.
They wear sneakers.
They wear sneakers. They don't get up. They don't dance. They don't get up on tables. Like they don't do anything fun. Like Gen Z is so boring. Like they don't want to dance. They don't want to party. They don't want to go to clubs. They don't want to spend money. They don't want to have sex.
The
Like,
phone is controlling their minds.
but like a lot of people are like, oh, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do that. So what do you guys do? Like it's so bad. Like I'm so like
Disheartening.
I'm so glad I'm a millennial and I had my time.
I'm happy that we're in the stage that we were in.
Because when I tell you there was this club called Jubilé, and I used to go to Jubilé bailando, and I would dance the night away, and I would leave dancing, and that was the time that you would leave the club at like 4 in the morning, and you would go eat,
I love those times.
and you would have like a full like meal at like 6 a.m. and you would get home at 7.
That day you got home almost at 5.
Yeah, but it's because we like bar hopped, and
Yeah.
I was like with like people that were about that life. But like we went to another bar. We went to the Stonewall Inn, which I don't know why we went there.
Lesbian bar.
Or it's like a gay, like a
It's
queer
like
bar.
A queer bar.
But again, people were not dancing. Like everybody was sitting down,
I know.
and I think like the bartender DJ was Latin, so he put like one song, and then me and my friends got up and started dancing. And I think he was like, "All right, like let me keep playing for them
Yeah.
because they're actually like popping off."
Yeah.
So he started putting like some like a little bit of like reggae. He put a little bit of soca.
Okay.
He put reggaeton, but it was again just me and my 2 friends, 3 friends dancing. Everybody else was sitting down. Like,
Even when the soca comes on?
yeah.
Mm-mm.
I was like, no, like this is just like not like going out. It's so like not fun anymore.
So for all of that, we're going to have to go back to house parties.
Yeah, it's not right. That
But
is my gripe with the Gen Z. You guys are not doing it right.
well, they're just so concerned about their TikTok.
They are. And like another thing that
They don't know how to live in the moment
they don't know how to live in the moment, but also like they're also so worried about looking bad on
in front of
camera.
everybody else.
When I tell you, like
I do not care.
I used to go out and I used to get disgusting. I used to be carried out for one of my birthdays. Like I literally,
Inserts picture here.
I don't have pictures. That's my point. Like there was no pictures.
The picture of you on the floor with Anna Karen.
We answer one picture.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like we used to get carried out. Like everything happened and there was no like evidence, so people were just like able to like let their hair down. Like you wouldn't like wake up the next day like, yo, this bitch got a fucking video of me, her fucking story, me doing a fucking split. Like you don't have
That
to
used
worry
to be
about
me.
that.
That used to be me back in the days.
What?
Like, oh my God, like, I look horrible there, but I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, but like you didn't really have that much
Followers or whatever.
that, and like I don't know, it was different times.
Yeah.
And again, I've said before, I miss the dress to impress crowd. Like people showing up to a lounge club in sneakers, it's
It's
like
acceptable right now.
yeah, but like why? Because back in the day, like you couldn't even pop out with jeans to a club. Back in the day, it was men's collar shirts are a must and dress shoes. And now I've been out and I see guys in fucking hoodies
In sneakers.
and Tims. You know how that upsets me?
When you took out your finest.
You know, like that meme that says like, you know, like my perfume is way too expensive. My purse is way too expensive to be surrounded by Tim
Tim's.
boots or Converse.
My man wears a Converse.
But he doesn't. I've been out with your man.
No.
I've been out with your man to, like, lounges, and he dresses the part.
No, yeah. I'm like, don't come for my man. He wears Converse.
No, but like at that bar that we went to, nobody was dancing. I was like, my handbag
What's more?
does not deserve to be around these fucking
What club
cloth.
was this again?
This was the Stonewall.
Okay.
My handbag does not deserve to be around these cloth sneakers. She needs leather.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. So that was my gripe with. I had a great time,
Yeah.
but I don't know, like, to go out for your birthday, like, what do you do now? Like, you just go out for drinks and like dinner,
And
like,
dinner and drinks.
there's no like.
Or you go away.
You go away, but like before, like, you used to go to the club.
Yeah.
That was like the thing. Like, I'm gonna be at X, Y, and Z club. Like, I'm gonna get a table, and you used to party.
Mm-hmm.
Not no more.
Now you used to reserve the section,
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna be here and here and here.
And you would look at like the bottle packages. Like you would dance on a couch.
I
That's why
remember-
I still love Europe, and not to like be like a bougie like
Bitch.
I'm all about Europe. Like no, like they know how to have a good time.
Well, they do like they bring out the whole like red carpet.
Like they know how to. People go out, they dance, they drink, they have sex. Like they do everything that the Gen Z in America is not doing. Like when we went to Greece, like the party didn't get popping until like 2 in the morning, and everybody was
And ended
dancing.
at 10 a.m.
Everybody was dancing. Everybody looked good.
Everybody was out.
Everybody was out enjoying themselves. Like they weren't like so. I don't know. The Gen Z sucks. I hate to say it, but yeah.
Gen Zs, they can separate themselves a little bit from the phone
Yeah.
and like not care about what other people think about them.
Mhm.
That's what I think. They're like too consumed with consumerism.
Yeah, like posting a TikTok, and like I hate when like I see people with like the hookah, and it's just like, and then like once they put the phone down, it's just like they're not even smoking it.
It's just for show.
Yeah,
So,
that was my biggest gripe, but it was a fun time.
I mean, aside from that, bar night was good. The music was good.
Mhm.
Sometimes I have a problem with bars when they play music and it's like not hitting.
Mhm.
So if you say that it was good, then I need to go check it out.
Because there is always like a thing of like in when you go out, like you can never get like good music, good drinks, good food.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't eat there, but like that place had good drinks and good music, and the vibe was good, and the crowd was attractive.
So then I gotta go.
They weren't dancing, but just go with like
You go with your group, and that's
Go
what
with a
matters.
good group and you dance with each
I
other.
don't need to go with group though. I can just go with like my partner, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like I'm good.
Another thing I wanted to tell the podcast was a story that I told you
The tease.
that me and a friend might be like Eskimo sisters.
I'm not laughing because I don't want to cough. But when he told me this shit, I was like, so you basically like potentially fucked the same man.
Yeah.
So tell the story.
Okay. So many years ago, there was this guy that I know,
Uh huh.
and that he was in a relationship with a female,
Okay.
and he was like into me, and he approached me, and he was like, "I would love to be with you." Um,
Sexually.
Sexually. He was like, I would love to have sex with you. Um, and I was like, okay.
Is this normal? Has this happened to you before?
By like a couple?
By a man that like is in a monogamous relationship with the opposite gender,
Yeah, it has.
but they wanna like basically like inventar contigo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I am a catch.
No, I'm asking because like I've had my own experience as a woman, like a man that wants to like maybe approach me or like flirt with me, and I know that they have a whole like partner.
Yeah.
But like in your situation is a little different because
Yeah.
it's the same gender. So I'm just like, has this happened? Like, is this normal?
It hasn't happened to this degree.
Okay.
So he like, like came on to me.
Okay.
He was like, I want to be with you. I was like, don't you have a girl? He was like, oh, like my girl knows that I want to experiment with men. So like, so then I was like, okay, like, so me and him started like texting, but he would like talk about like, oh, like my girl wants to watch. And then I was like, all right, like before that, like I need to know like she's truly
And like okay with
like
it.
she's okay with it because I'm not gonna be like no homewrecker. So then one time they were fucking and they called me. Like she was giving him head. And they FaceTime me. And he was like, oh, this is like X, Y, and Z. And I was like, hi. And he was like,
Mid suck.
yeah. Like she was like giving him head and he's like on the phone talking to me. So then I was like, hi. And then she was like, hi. And then he was like, this is what I want you to do to me. This and that. And then I was like,
Yo, if you guys are watching me on YouTube right now, my fucking jaw is on the floor.
so this is partially why I'm just very happy being single because I've been through shit.
Like that's intense.
So she's like giving him head.
And thank you for sharing.
And he's like talking to me like on FaceTime. And he's like, this is what I want you to do to me. And she was like, she wants to watch. And she's like, oh, like slobbing.
I know, but it's una perra. But go ahead.
So the point was that she also was interested in being with a lady. So she wanted to explore her sexuality. He was like, do you have a friend that we can all like, pretty much we can all fuck. Like, you come over, you and me, and if you bring a girl, like my girl could be with her. And I was like, I don't have no girl that is down to do this shit. So I was like, no. So, but he still wanted to like be with me. And I told him like in private after like another conversation, I was like I want to hook up with you first before we perform for your girl.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure we have chemistry and like, like we.
So you were contemplating doing this?
Yeah, but yeah. So, long story short, me and
Uh-huh.
him ended up having sex.
Okay.
Not in front of his girl.
Okay.
But me and him did hook up a little bit.
Okay. And you were not a homewrecker because
Because she knew.
she was consenting.
She was consenting.
Okay.
Sex wasn't even all that, so like it never went anywhere.
Anywhere.
But whatever. So this happened years ago. Like many, many years ago. And I was hanging out with like some older friends and then some person I know was there who's a girl. And I don't know, we're talking. Somehow she was like, this guy like reaches out to me still. I was like, oh, he does? And she was like, yeah. And then she showed me the text and I was like, he texts the same way to like everybody. And I was like, and he would call her beautiful. I hope you're doing well. Like all of this.
So it's a whole game. It's a whole script.
Yeah. So like she was like that he would like hit on her and he like would call her beautiful. Like he wanted to like, like be with her. And then I was like, oh, like he used to text me that too. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, but I didn't tell her. So we're talking, like comparing, she was like, yeah, like after he like moved out of the neighborhood. She said he would text me like, "Hope you're well," like trying to like get with me. And then she said, I asked her, I was like, "Oh, did you fuck him?"
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of hesitated, and she said no.
She said that
And
means a
then
yes.
she asked me, "Did you fuck him?" And I was like, "No." But I know she's lying because I am lying. I did fuck him. So then, me joking, I was like, "Oh, we were almost Eskimo sisters."
She didn't laugh.
She laughed. But I think she laughs because she knows I'm lying. I know she's lying.
So we have a common like.
We have a common dick. I wish she would have like came out and said, "Yeah, I fucked him." So I would have been like, "Me too," and then we would have been like,
So this is how he strokes.
"Yeah." But my thing was that I was like, "What a fucking asshole!" Because even though this happened years ago, I thought he was like into his girl and they were experimenting, and I thought he wanted to experiment with me. He just wants to put it everywhere.
And this feeds into your thesis that men ain't shit.
Yeah, man ain't shit.
Because
Until this day, he still hits me up. And I haven't hooked up with him in years because he was not
all that.
he was not giving it like he said.
He over
He he over promised, under delivered.
delivered. I know, I hate that.
Yeah.
Because, no, I love, like, a man that does not say too much and that he
And it
just performs.
gives it to you.
And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
I see.
Like el medio.
Uh-huh.
This
And then
guy-
I have, like, no words. And that's difficult for me.
Yeah, because you
A
can't
bitch,
shut up.
yeah, because I can't shut up. So when I have, like, no words after sex, I'm like,
No.
that's, like, the best compliment.
But yeah, so he's the only person I've ever... And I was kind of into, like, if the sex would have been good, I was into, like, having sex with him in front of his girl.
No, you're very open.
I was into, like... I told him from the guy, I was like, tell your girl she cannot touch me. Like, if we're going to perform and she goes, like, a little horny, if she wants to, like, flick her bean or whatever she needs to do, she can. If she wants to, like, jump in with you. But I was like, that bitch cannot touch me because I'm leaving. But I was like, if she wants to watch, like, I'm here to perform.
But I think it would be different if it was two males.
Oh, no, because they can touch me.
Uh-huh. If it was two males and one was just watching you and then they got aroused.
I feel like I would want people to watch me. I feel like I'm a...
You're a great performer.
Not a voyager. What do you call that? Exhibitionist? No.
Google.
When you want people to watch you, you enjoy people watching you have sex? Like, do you ever...
When you enjoy...
Do you ever get, like, those
people
fantasies that, like, you want to have sex, like, in the alley and you want
watching.
people, like, to watch you?
When you enjoy people watching you have sex. Now, what does Google say?
I know voyeurs that you like to watch people.
Exhibitionist.
Exhibitionist. I feel like I'm an exhibitionist.
Because you like to perform.
Yeah, like, I would go to, like, a party and have sex and have people watch.
You see, I'm not doing that.
No, even in your single era?
No.
Okay.
Just because, like, I'm private about, like, though I feel like my sexuality should really be enjoyed by the person I want to give it to.
Okay.
So, you know, but do I make out with somebody like I see like on alante de la gente? Yeah, like I would do that. But like sexually, no.
Mm.
But I'm gonna put on a show.
Yeah. I don't know. I would be into that. So I was into like doing it with them. But they were like not the first couple that has approached me to do that. But I never went forward with them. This was like the only guy.
I mean, at least you tried it before you went and like committed yourself to like really.
Imagine I would find out his dick was mad whack and I'm there trying to perform for this bitch, but I can't. No, I wanted to give her the best performance she...
But I really feel like it's not gonna be for like a heterosexual woman. I think you're gonna really do it for like a gay couple.
I don't know. I feel like I have a friend who loves gay porn. And she's a straight woman. Like, she loves gay porn. Like, she'll, like, masturbate to gay porn.
To gay porn?
Yeah. Like, man on man.
Man on man?
Like, she loves it. So, like, there are people who, like, get turned on by that kind of stuff.
I get turned on, like, by threesomes on, like, porn or, like, big titties.
Do you get turned on by girl on girl?
Not as much.
Yeah.
But do I get turned on? Yes. Because, like, of course, like, there's the movement and everything and, like, the sound. But, like, is it my first category I'm gonna turn on? No.
Yeah. So I got asked like many years once by a guy, and I was like, that's when I was like more like a prude, and I was like, I'm not gonna have sex with you, and like your girl's gonna be there. That was like me in my early 20s. Like now in my 30s, like bring the bitch and her friend. Bring a crowd. I would, as long as I don't record and it's like private live, not live, but like like in person.
Okay. I'm like private live. I was like, that is not private at all.
No, like if it's like in person and no, I would take everybody's phone away. You know what? Like I'm down.
You guys, I'm gonna start selling tickets. You need to
Mm-hmm.
leave the phone at the door.
Leave the phone at the door.
I was like, you need to wear a skimpy outfit
We're
so
gonna
that way
have
you can't hide any
we're,
type of phone in your
we're
clothes.
gonna have no. Everybody's gonna be naked.
Yeah.
We're gonna have low lighting so you can't see the gordos.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Like when you're having sex with somebody, I feel like you're like naked, like your true self. So it's like, like I'm like very like,
You know what bothers me when people in porn have sex with like sneakers on, but like full naked?
I don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't even like socks.
The only thing that like I accept a woman wearing heels,
Yeah.
fully naked.
But like a guy should not be wearing like Roshis and fucking you.
Yeah, like no sneakers, no socks, just
bare.
just bare fuck me. That's it.
But yeah, that was another story I wanted to tell you. There's like the stories that I text Marlene, like randomly. Like she'll be at work and I'm like,
I'm at work with mad serious topics, and he just texts me this
and I'm like,
random
me and
shit.
this girl fucked the same guy.
And I'm like, can we talk about this at lunch?
Or like I'll text Marlene and be like, I jerked off the prisoner in my dream.
That means you really have a fantasy for a prisoner.
Okay. Bueno.
Digo yo. I think you should like
Was the love up? Should I become a pen pal to like one of the
Love
Menendez
after-
brothers?
love and lock up.
I'm
Is
gonna
it the TLC show?
I'm gonna start sending letters to the Menendez brothers. Like, hey.
I'm like, no, not. I mean, you do like psycho shit.
Hey.
Yeah.
I
No.
hope everything's been well.
No. I'm like trying to think. Is that the only stories?
Those are the only stories I have, but we did want to do a little nice segment for this whole year as a podcast,
Yes.
as podcasters.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say?
Because
Because this is our last episode until
New Year.
after the holidays. We're all gonna be traveling for the first year, not together.
Yeah, I'm feeling I'm a little sad, but I'm excited to still continue with the tradition of not being in New York for New Year's. I'm also excited to have some alone time with my partner.
I feel like you come back from these trips for New Year's with like an extra like pep in your step.
Yes.
Like you come back with like a reset of like I'm about to body this year.
Yeah.
It goes away right away, but like those first 2 days you're like, this is my year.
Sorry. I feel like when you come back from those trips, you feel refreshed. You feel like your mind is focused on like what you want to do. And then it also like you're going to be away for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot of time to like think about like, okay, this is what I want to do. How can I get there?
Yeah. So I'm going to be in Colombia. I'm going to a big family wedding. Like, you know how in Spanish
I want you to call me and tell me all the wachinche on FaceTime.
like, you know how like in Spanish they say tiró la casa por la ventana? It's that wedding. Like, la casa
Está abajo.
it already went out the window. Like, this wedding, like, from the details I have gotten, it's like they're renting chivas to take us back from the wedding to our hotels.
Wow.
They hired like a lady to like give you like to-go sancocho. There's like a all white welcome party.
Okay.
Like it's on the beach, like the wedding's on the beach, like at the sunset. Then there's like a huge party.
Oh no, this is like a whole party for 3 days.
Pretty much. So like, and I'm going with my cousins, their boyfriends. It's all gonna be like, I'm gonna have to have like rapiditas like on deck. But yeah, it's
And
gonna
take
be
my
fun.
picture so I could be there.
And then since I'm gonna be in Colombia, I'm gonna go meet up with my family where I'm from. Spend New Year's with my mom, my grandma, my aunt, and like family members over there.
Wait, we were just watching YouTube and he was saying like, oh, maybe when I come back, I'm going to be saying bebecito.
I'm gonna be coming back with
Be
the
like,
Colombian
"Bebé."
slang. Bueno, bebé.
Bueno, bebé, ¿cómo usted me puede pasar eso ahí? O vos.
Mm.
And I'm going to be going away. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let you guys watch me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
It's a really fun place.
yeah, but it's a foodie place. And I'm excited. I'm excited to learn culture, to spend time with my partner alone. And it's the first time that I have gone away for New Year's just with my partner, just with one person.
Yeah.
Because I do like group trips. So I'm excited to like encounter and like have a lot of like growth within the relationship. So I'm excited.
Trials and tribulations.
Trials and tribulations that I already know. My man is a little,
He's a princess.
he's a little princess.
You're the prince. Like in certain situations.
Yeah, like he's.
Like él le gusta lo bueno.
Yeah, like he's like bougie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these are the cards that I have been dealt with, then let's fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm very much like, whatever, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna stress myself, but he likes bougie shit, and I just have to accept it. So he's gonna have to pay for it.
He likes the finer things in life.
But you know what? He didn't know that he liked these finer things in life.
Until he got with the finer things in life.
Because I remember when we went to the first vacation to Greece. He was like, oh my God, it's so expensive, and this and that and the third.
Bueno,
Y ahora, mi amor.
Mi amor, esto es la vida.
I was like, mi amor, ahora, if he doesn't sit in the exit aisle or the extra length one, he does not care what he pays for it. He's like, yo no voy a sufrir. So I think that one trip like changed his life.
Elevated. They always say when you get a good woman and they bring you up.
I think that happens with anybody that gets with me.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a partner, a romantic partner, a friend, a colleague.
It's like, some guys you get with them, they don't even know what designer is.
That reminded me of the red sneakers.
So we're gonna be gone. This is our last episode. But I wanted to say that this whole year, I think we had really good content. Like one of my favorite content episodes was when we had Francesca on the podcast and we were high as a kite and we couldn't stop laughing at all the dumb shit
that we were fucking saying. And then when we had to edit, you edited and I watched after. I was like, what the fuck were we even saying?
But the funny part is that like the podcast was hilarious.
Yes.
But then once we wrapped recording and we kind of just like chilled out, that's when the fucking like
more laughs happened.
The giggles came on.
Yeah, you were high. I don't know your high face already. You go something like
I was struggling to like stay in this world.
And you drove home.
I did.
No, but you drove after it calmed down.
Yeah.
But that was one of my favorite.
That was a good one. The one where we talked about politics, and that was a good one because I think like people did not know like how impactful or like how things affect us because we're also just super campy.
Yeah.
But we can be very serious.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've come up with a balance of like more serious topics and then something. One thing you could say about this podcast is you're gonna get some serious things on how it affects us. And then also you're gonna get some fun things.
Yeah. And then the third one that was my favorite. It's not like a podcast episode, but it was like the vlog when we went last year to Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, that's like my favorite.
Like I watched that.
I love the vlogs.
I watched that and I just get so happy because it puts me back in that mental space of like we had
such a good time.
Such a fun time. Like the club, when we told you that El Chapo's kids got kidnapped at the restaurant you were at. Like that's like my top 3.
Yeah. I would say the one with Francesca. We were fucking unhinged. The politics. I liked even the one that we had centered around Joan Smalls and racism. Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed that one as well. And I really like the vlogs because it does put us in a mindset of like, wow, like we did that shit.
Like we were there. Like
we were there. I love a vlog.
Every time I watch it, because I lived it, I remember. And I was like, oh my God, like we had so much fun.
Yeah. I feel like this year has passed and it's been really quick. like a skip and like we're in December already, and I'm having a holiday party next week,
Mm-hmm.
which is it'll air this week when I
Yeah, it would already passed.
yeah.
But Marlene has her annual. It is like the event of the season.
Yeah, like I'm not stressing it too much this year, because that's why like I get hesitation of like even doing it. But I have a few things I need to still do and buy. But I really value everybody taking their time to come to my home, and even though like all my friends don't know each other directly, we all get together, we all have a good
Well,
time.
there's like the fourth holiday party. At
The
this
third,
point, third.
yeah.
At this point, everybody like like the main people like know each other.
Yeah, and like one thing I can say, and uh, back to the episodes, another episode that we spoke about parents and about um, what is it, unavailable, emotionally unavailable parents.
Yeah.
Is my parents did not really host when I was growing up. I would go
Mm-hmm.
to other people's houses, and as I got older, I always wanted to implement that in my home. That like I would be the person to host.
Yeah.
And you guys, my friends, come to my house more than my family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important. Like even though like I may be stressed in the moment, after like we're in the moment and everybody comes over and everybody's just so chill and has the same vibe that they just want to have a good time, it's amazing. So I'm really happy that I do the holiday parties, even though like sometimes it could be a little stressful.
Every year, she's not having it.
Every year I'm like,
Every
I'm
year,
not
she
doing this
goes
again.
like, that was the last one. And then every year comes around and it's like, I'm going to have a holiday party and I have 20 people coming.
I can't just do a holiday party and not invite everybody, because I know that my home is limited, but I do want people to come and enjoy.
And people come like with themselves.
Yeah, that's one thing I have to say. Like, one, I do like that I have my friends are good attendees. Like, they bring a bottle, they tell me what I need to bring, or like, what do you need help in? So I really appreciate that. But I don't need extra people to come. And
Yeah.
especially like if I've never met the person,
Yeah.
because then it's like, all right, now I have to like worry about like, are you gonna mesh with everybody else?
Well, I also already spoken. I don't like a stray.
Yeah.
And then I also don't like a stray thrown on you. Like if you
Yeah.
ask like, hey, is it okay if I bring X, Y, and Z? And if you get it approved by the host, then live your life.
Yeah, but if
You don't
just
pop out with like extra people.
exactly. So I'm just like, but that's another story for another day.
Well, next year we'll talk
Next
about
year,
the holiday party.
But talking about vlogs,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try to vlog.
I'm gonna try to vlog. I don't know if it's going to be YouTube vlog or it's gonna be like TikTok, Instagram vlogs, but some sort of content is gonna transpire.
I think you should do both.
I think I should do two, but like,
But it's a
a
lot.
lot. Like,
It's a lot.
it's a fucking lot.
Like I know that I'm gonna try to vlog, but like I do a lot of POV. I do a lot
Yeah.
of what is it? Point of view.
Yeah.
But I need to put myself
But
in.
I tell her people want to see her beautiful face.
I was like, I need to like be in the frame with whatever I'm doing.
People want to see her beautiful face.
Even though I look puffy today,
You know what?
it's okay. But aside from that, I want to thank everybody for always watching us.
For listening, commenting.
Yeah, and now you know that SC was propositioned many times to get with somebody's man and just to watch.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, wow, like I was just like in shock that they said, let me FaceTime while they're having sex.
And she is just there like slobbing away. And he's talking to me like, hey, what's up? Like, and she's just see like a head. And then he's like, this is what I want you to do to me. And the bitch is just like, oh.
So please tune in to Estee's Eskimo story.
I think I said, please tune into SD's OnlyFans. If I was to do OnlyFans, that would make a lot of money.
I think you should look into it.
I was raised with morals, unfortunately.
I mean, you could do an OnlyFans and you could like teach some classes. There's some people that don't know how to suck a dick. You could give a class.
I can.
So
So everybody come to Marlene's holiday party. I will be teaching. I'll bring
the
my
bananas.
my models.
Hey yo. But thank you everybody for tuning in, for always supporting us, please repost. A lot of people have been texting me. I'm like, yo, like this topic on your podcast.
Yeah.
Repost it.
I be
Like,
telling
if
people,
you
like,
enjoy it,
I'm like, can I
share
repost
with people.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because other people like you that are enjoying it, they also may want to enjoy it, and we want to get out there to touch people.
One thing about the repost.
What?
Our last episode, we talked about someone with a cum jar,
Oh my God.
and somebody texted you,
Yes.
and I know who it is. Looking at you, and he said that's wild crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say to you, person, if your girl popped out the jar for you, I know you will be filling that shit up. Okay?
There's nothing wrong with the man that does what their woman says.
Exactly. So when she pops out with the little coquito, you know what it is.
Exactly. Fill up that jar, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great New Year's and
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Well,
Christmas.
happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Stay tuned for the vlog, and please like, follow, share, comment.
And we'll be back sometime in January.
Yeah.
No rush because we're tired.
Yeah, we're tired. We're tired bitches.
This is a lot.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform. Bye, guys.